Good morning and happy Sunday, everyone. My name is Sharice, and I'm currently in Beaver Creek. Today we've got some fun events. We're going to be talking about the Talents Challenge as well as some other local events. We've also got your snow and weather report. You guys are watching Vail Valley Live. It starts now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. My name is Ty Diaz, hanging out in the studios of the Grand Hyatt at Vail. The address is 1300 West Haven Drive, Grand Hyatt. Also, the location of Chair 20, the Cascade Chair at Vail, your access point to the mountain. One of the many talks is usually around, especially with my group, is how do we get on the mountain without waiting in line, especially on a busy weekend. Chair 20 is one of those locations. As you've met, Sharice, she's over in Beaver Creek this morning. We'll be checking in with her. Driving the show this morning, it's Anthony. We'll say good morning to Sharice in a second. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning, sir.
How's it going?
Good, man.
Have they showed you how to turn your microphone and camera on yet for the show? Or are you just stalling because you're not ready for that?
You call me out now.
Is it you? Is it you? And how about you? Is your camera ready? You can watch Vail Valley Live as you're finding us on Outside Television 17 every morning, 7 days a week, beginning at 7:30. But you can also stream the show if you're not here, if you're local. You're like, well, I want to stay close to home while I'm traveling. How do I do that? Vail Valley Live on YouTube, on Facebook. You can click the link, subscribe, and then a couple of minutes before the show starts, it'll let you know that Vail Valley Live will be starting like it is right now. And so, looking at the start of the morning, some clouds overhead, a little bit of overcast around the state of Colorado, picking up some movement of clouds, a little bit of sunshine over Denver today. Temperatures in the lower 60s. What's interesting about this, as we give you a look at the weather from the outlets at Silverthorne, elevated savings. Significant snow we picked up this past week, the front range especially along our commute, a lot of hazards on the interstate for that drive, temperatures in the flux of things, and but we're definitely beyond the halfway point of our season for winter on the slopes, but looking around the state, picking up some movement of clouds, a dance of sun and clouds in northern Rockies, the mid to upper 30s in southern Rockies, similarly, but the mid to upper 20s as the highs. West of us, Grand Junction, the mid to upper 40s, and even through this corridor and here in Eagle County, a mixture of clouds and flat light for your day. And you might want to bundle up if winter is not for you. As we look at high temperatures today, tomorrow, these next few days, how long is the snow sticking around? Well, there's a lot of it out there as the CDOT is making some movements in our neighborhoods, pushing the snow, clearing the roads for us. We do have it in our forecast, high temperatures. Even by Tuesday, we're looking for some more return of snow, mid to upper 20s, overnight low temperatures, almost in the single digits. But we haven't, I can't say, and we'll talk to Sharice about this, Anthony, you over here. I can't say that we've had a week since winter began and our early season call start of our season locally. We have had a week without snow coming in. I think we've been in that 3 to 5 inch dance of snow midweek, like we're looking at this week, consistently since the beginning of winter. And we're talking, when we opened like the first week of November, didn't we? Now take a look at the numbers for this upcoming week in Beaver Creek. In the math right there, they're saying altogether 13 inches possible for the end of February, beginning of March. The 1st of March is Wednesday. But for this week that we're looking at, the end of February, beginning of March, 13 inches total we could see potentially of our new snow level, and 11 for Vail. Temperature-wise, staying true to this as well. But I will say this, Anthony, I'm not sure about your crew, and that we're starting to see the costumes coming out a little bit. I saw someone in a chicken outfit over at Beaver Creek on the slope. So as we look at our seasons, we're bundling up, we're getting acclimated back to winter on the snow, and we're wearing the appropriate attire. Now we're looking at costumes. Have you seen anything out there? Since I'm a superhero, I don't think onesies are considered a costume.
We had a tiger onesie on yesterday.
A tiger? What does that mean?
The tiger.
A tiger? Like she's just like a tiger. Like at Walmart, there's a pajama thing that you can wear. Some kind of cuddly character. You know. Yeah, the costumes are out. It's your job to go to Walmart or whoever's got those and wear one too. At the bottom of your screen, right there, you'll see the crawl listing what's groomed on the mountain at Vail. And later on in the show, we'll share with you a similar of what's groomed over at Beaver Creek. But hey, cappuccino sounds good this morning, and it's groomed on Vail Mountain today. This weather is brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne. Your Sunday Fun Day, the 26th of February. I've been in a conversation. Tell me this for you guys. How many days are in the month of February? We know this. 28 days. Sometimes we don't think about this, and I blame leap year for this. That 29 days, or we think that 28 days, so there's 27 days in February. We're not getting the leap year birthday this year. You have any leap year friends that you've known? Do you? I do.
My grandfather was leaving.
What?
Yeah.
How do I ask these questions? The clairvoyants are happening this morning. So that's kind of cool. So, what age would someone leap year that you know would be this year if they were a leap year person?
We had a 5x4, right?
Okay.
I think he was like 28 in leap year.
Oh,
7.
see that? See that? I had someone, I'm a bartender. I had someone at my bar about 2 weeks ago, and I checked their ID, and they were a leap year person, and I couldn't serve them because they were only 6 years old, or something like that. Yeah, I know. All right, so again, this weather is brought to you by the outlets of Silverthorne, and what we're going to do is, should we check Mr. Reese? What do you want to do first? We're going to go to break, and I'm going to find out how old I am now. This many. We'll be right back.
Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne, and we are going to wow you with some of the fabulous looks that we have to share with you today from J. Crew and Adidas. Let's take a look. Here's Rachel in J. Crew. I love her navy preppy blazer with striped lining, striped pink tee, amazing white jeans, white sneakers, gorgeous pink ribbon earrings. With her savings card booklet, it'll be $197, saving $316. Here's Enza in J. Crew Kids with her denim jean jacket, her heart-filled green tee, sweetheart leggings, heart necklace, and her white slip-on tennis shoes. Pull off at $101 with her savings card booklet. Wow, Liv, you look amazing in J. Crew sportswear line. From her fabulous striped button top, pink legging, fleece jacket, pearlized headband, fingerless gloves, and her amazing tennis shoes with the pink and copper colors, all from the internet return. Her outfit, $145 outlet, fabulous. Kate is in Adidas in her pink hoodie, pastel leggings, black coat, and her white and pink running shoes. Her whole outfit will come to $138. Okay, Rachel, you look fabulous in your amazing full-length bubble coat from Yes. You've got your fabulous hoodie with the faux fur. Look at those adorable pearl gold shades. Whole outfit with shades, $138. Here's Kate in Adidas with this black cropped jacket, $42. It's 40% off of her jackets. Here's Liv. She's in Guess in the most amazing puffer jacket with fleece detailing inside the hood. Love the black belt and the sunglasses. Jacket reduced for $65. Your shades are only $45 from $90. Love is in the air. That's Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And just a reminder, be sure and pick up your savings card booklet at the outlets at Castle Rock in the food court at customer service, and the outlets at Silverthorne at the Colorado Welcome Center. Love is in the air, and so are the discounts that you're going to find in the savings book. See you soon.
That's the show right there. Vail Valley Live, that's the one that we're talking about. I know you're watching. Like, Tyler, you're telling us how to watch the show that we're watching. Yeah, but the whole goal is to let more people start watching too, and especially online. And I also pointed out, when you're traveling and you're like, how do I watch this show? you're streaming it though, right? Because you're not here. Cool. When do you get here? The chat feature on Vail Valley Live when you're streaming the show is available for you on YouTube and Facebook. And to drive the content for us to pick a topic outside of our own choices, maybe you have one for us. Let us know where you are in the chat feature of Vail Valley Live when you're watching it streaming, and we can create the dyad right there. And hopefully you have a cool screen caption name that we could use, that we could say out loud without it being a joke on us. So where we are in the show right now, let's see here. You're watching Vail Live, and we are at the Grand Hyatt Vail, 1300 West Haven Drive. And I haven't seen John this morning, the general manager. He normally sneaks in when I'm here. For some reason, I'm not sure if he does this to anybody else, and brings in a tray of bacon and pastries and fruit. And that's always nice. But over at Beaver Creek, we have Sharice. And is she ready to talk to us? Challenge going on in Beaver Creek. But before we get there, what's Beaver Creek like this early in the morning? Good morning, Sharice. We've never met, you and I. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
Hi.
to meet you. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. So, just in Beaver Creek right now. I haven't got to the base yet. I'm making my way up there. So right now we're just kind of right before the escalators to take you up to the base. I'm just standing here by this nice ice sculpture.
Yeah, look at that thing. So for the viewers and me too, I like this frame up. So I feel like I'm looking at a hat and like a waving character. It's an ice sculpture. We're not used to seeing ice. We're not used to Wintertown. Guests and visitors are not from like ice places. We have to, in our minds, like configure things, like a shapes thing. How smart is your brain? What's our brain's telling us that's a person, I guess, with a hat on.
Yes. So to me, this is a person with the hat on,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure he's smiling. I think he got excited that part of his hand came off,
Oh.
but never mind that part. Yeah, he got really excited.
That is
Well,
very cool.
Yeah, this is just hanging out.
Yeah, look at that. As we got Christmas trees out there. There's real trees in Beaver Creek. The alpines are everywhere. And that snow is real. That's so, but there's sculptures around in Beaver Creek, things to see.
Yeah, it's really awesome. So it's kind of all over the villages. You got Beaver Creek, you have Vail Village, and they have ice sculptures kind of all throughout both villages. So it just kind of depends on where you're walking throughout. You can kind of find them all over, and they're different ice sculptures. I think different artists probably made them, so it's pretty cool just walking around the village. And then outside of the ice sculptures, they have like different other art pieces, which is really so it's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I love spending time in Beaver Creek at wintertime, summertime, from the ice sculptures to the art galleries that are around and the sculptures that are around the plaza. One of my favorite things to do, and I tell people these stories all the time. I'm Pisces, so it's Pisces season, I guess. So my imagination runs wild when I walk through Beaver Creek Village when it's our off season and the sculptures are around, but people are not moving, and I feel like the sculptures are moving and following you around. You're by yourself, and then you think, I'm not alone. And then you look over your shoulder and you're like, there's some sculpture that's following me. I swear that sculpture was like around the corner, and then like chess pieces, like they're all closing in on you. What does your imagination do for you at Beaver Creek? Because it's family friendly. There's a lot to enjoy, and I mean they do scavenger hunts and everything. So how does that work for you in Beaver Creek?
Yeah, for
Or
me,
maybe it's just me.
yeah, I don't have a family personally, but I come here with friends and family. So I don't have any small kids, but I come here with friends. If my family's visiting, I bring them here. I like a couple of the shops here. Food's really good. But for me, most of the time when I'm here, it is for snowboarding. And then it's really cool. So that's in the winter. In the summers, they have really awesome trails like all around Beaver Creek that you can go to. So I like to hike a lot. So that's typically what I say at Beaver Creek.
That makes you athletic then when you're out there. So you're athletic. So you probably do the hiking trails, maybe some winter hiking too. But as far as being athletic, big weekend in Beaver Creek, and I was potentially going to hit a run or two over on Beaver Creek yesterday. I got caught up with $1.50 tacos over at Agave, but my buddy from nice. Someone's on board about $1.50 tacos at all for $1. But challenge. I saw the cars. They were parked on Highway 6. The crowds, the parking lots were full. early in the morning, Talent Challenge kicks off. I bet you anything where you are, you can see the crowds going after it. The athleticism is probably pretty big energy right now there.
Yeah, just right now, I'll show you guys pretty soon, but there's a lot of, you can't see it, but there's like a ton of people already heading up to the slopes right now. So everyone's kind of rolling in and ready to go up there. Yeah.
So the Talent Challenge, you've been in the Valley for a while. I'm trying to remember from when I read your bio of new staff this season. You've been here for how many seasons?
Actually living here, 2.5 seasons, but being in the mountains in general, about 3 or 4 seasons.
Challenge. That is 26,000 vertical feet to conquer, 14 black diamond, double black diamond runs. That certainly includes moguls. Is that your game when you're out there on the slopes too?
Absolutely not. I snowboard, and I don't know what it is, but it's just not snowboard friendly with those moguls. I stay away. I've tomahawked one too many times, so I keep away from the moguls.
What do you think of that? What do you think of the challenge? You know, I mean, as a conversation, I mean, we have these, you know, before or after the event, or we're in the proximity, chairs 9, 10, and 11 back there on Beaver Creek Mountain, where the Talent Challenge, Grouse Mountain area. But what we talk about it, that's the conversation. It's like they're doing it. I can see it outside of the window at Talon's, the restaurant. People are dropping in, getting on a chairlift, and hitting these moguls and runs, and we're all thinking the same thing. What are we thinking about the Talent Challenge? You said tomahawk. But what do you think for the viewers itself that we don't do this, but what is happening out there? Let's try to explain it to others.
Yeah, I mean, just as far as like what they're doing on the slopes,
Yeah.
I mean, so like you said, 26,000, a vertical down, 14 of the toughest black diamonds. I mean, they're professionals, right? So in my head, I'm like, I'm leaving it to the professionals. They've been doing it for years. They're zipping down, you know, these black diamonds faster than I ever could. But like I said, they're professionals, so they're trained. They know what they're doing. So in our heads, we're like, I don't understand. My mind's exploding right now. But to them, I think it's very meticulous for them. Like they know what they're doing.
So, you know, I get what you're saying. They're professionals. We all do that. As a snowboard instructor, and I get like beginner students on skis or a snowboard, and we ask all the time, have you ever skied or snowboarded before, especially when you have like 7 through 14-year-olds in your class? And again, a beginner lesson, the answer is yes, they've done it before, and you ask which resort or where have they done it before, and people just kind of point out that they skied and snowboarded before on a game. You know, they haven't really been a skier or snowboarder. When it comes to the Talent Challenge, what's interesting is that this is another term for the Talent Challenge is that it's the locals competition. So kids, adults, this is not like a Lindsey Vonn, Michaela Schifrin type of international athletes at it. These are some people who are mountain ready skier boarders, and they can do a blue, they can do a black diamond, but these are like civilians, to call it that can take after the terrain. And yeah, people love it. And for the years that I've been talking about this, Tricia and Tricia especially knows this topic better. People go after this course 26,000 vertical feet. Thanks to Epic Mix, you'll know you hit that number tracking your stats in a single day. We'll do the course twice. And this event is a 2-day event, Saturday, now Sunday. Some people will hit it twice on Saturday, come back again. They have the strength, the knees, their back, and they'll tackle it today, Sunday again. And of course, to celebrate the party and get your picture taken and leave with the prizes and the bragging rights. It's such a big deal. Yes, you and I, we haven't done this. But the conversation, the myths, the rumors, the bragging rights about Talent Challenge, that's going on today. For those of you who are interested in the Talent Challenge, to see it or to get out there today, you can likely sign up go to beavercreeks.com's website, take a look at Talent Challenge to learn more about it. 26,000 vertical feet of black diamond, double black diamond runs, moguls included. That's what this is about. It's happening today, and or make your way back towards chairs 9, 10, and 11, and on Beaver Creek Mountain and or Talent's restaurant, and be a spectator. And we have video, Anthony, about the Talent Challenge. Charisse, if you haven't seen this before, I haven't seen this new clip. I have seen Talent Challenge going on before. Talent Challenge, here's a look right now.
It is a beautiful day for the 16th Annual Talents Challenge. Alright guys, so I'm over here with Andy and Carter. What's up? It's about 9 a.m. We're looking at single-digit temperatures right now.
Yeah.
And starting off with our 14 runs to get 26K vertical feet.
Yes, sir.
How you guys feeling this morning?
Great.
So far, so good, man.
So far so good. Is this your first run?
It's our third.
Third? Are you guys conquering Larkspur to begin with?
Yeah.
Get Larkspur done.
Awesome.
Go next.
After this, we're going to go to the birds of prey.
To Birds of Prey? Nice.
That's our pattern.
That's your pattern. And then finishing off with grass.
Finish off the grass. That's right.
Excellent.
Yeah, man.
Well, awesome, guys. I'm going to wish you well on your way.
Hey,
Let's
John.
all go have some fun.
Oh, don't shut.
Awesome. Well, it's rain out here. Means this 26K vert will not be earned easily. My quads are feeling it, but you know what? Cannot beat this view. So now I'm here on the Grouse Mountain Lift, sitting next to Doug and Rachel, who are also participating in the challenge with us today. How are you guys feeling today?
Great.
Great. Is this your first run? Are you guys know? This is our third. You got 3 and 14.
Yeah. The goal is 7 by 11.
7 by 11? Okay, what's your strategy as far as hitting the chairs? Are you going to do that one first? Or?
Yeah, the top gets skied out, a little bit icy just because it's the main chute there on grouse. So we try to get grouse out of the way first, then we go over and do the steep stuff, and then end up cruising over here.
Alright, now it's time to shoot it down goshawk. We are working our way over towards the stage area so that we can finish our day on the Golden Eagle. Alright guys, well, that's a wrap. This is Sean Naylor with the Vail Daily. Thank you for watching On the Hill.
Now that's a little bit about the Talents Challenge and Showcase by what's that? By On the Hill, a local to know from the Vail Daily newspaper. Speaking of which, let's take a look at that right now. What made headlines? Brought to you by the Grand Hyatt at Vail. I take the physical copy. I'm talking with Anthony here. We're old school about tangible things, not apps. You know, the phone's gonna time out. You know, like give me something that I can feel. And that was actually a song title from In Vogue. Did you know that? Yeah. So anyway, give me something I can feel. This is tangible newspaper. And our topic today pushing the limits. Right here, that's a colorful photo that you'll find on the front page of today's Vail Daily, Sunday, the 26th of February, 2023. Sergeant Sage Hamilton of the 86th Infantry Brigade Combat Team for the Colorado Army National Guard competes in the Ski Troopers race. There's a lot of athleticism that goes on in our paper. The Ski Troopers race, as a part of the Vail Legacy Days, which is happening this weekend. Yesterday in Vail, this photo was taken. 3 teams competed in the event, which included pull-ups, skinning up the mountain. Such a big deal. Are you a skinner? And how about you watching the show? You are. Anthony's a skinner. And how about you watching the show? Have you been a skinner before? Are you thinking about becoming one? Skinning, pull-ups, rappelling down a cliff, skiing through gates, running back up the mountain, and then 100 push-ups. Wow. That's the paper in general right there. I'm talking about things to do. I'm not an uphill person because I ride Beaver Creek. There's escalators. You know, there's a lot going on. That's an interesting topic. If you care to read more, you can find that one in today's newspaper on page, I guess, A3. Looking at the next topic, local and regional crocodiles, conservation in Colorado. What do you think this topic's about? Because it's a complicated title. But look how cute the picture is to go with it. Celebrating local wildlife and wild things the world over on National Wildlife Day. And in this image, this photo that we're looking at, a black-footed ferret peeks out of a tube. That's what you're seeing. We're wondering how to describe it to anyone else. After being brought to a ranch near Williams, Arizona, a black-footed ferrets, they are the most endangered species in the country, but the species is making a comeback in Colorado after being rescued from a brink of extinction in the mid-1980s. Now, we've kind of reintroduced mountain lions to the area within the past 10 years, but this one seems more safe. I found this wandering around my hotel in Lion's Head versus last year. There was a mountain lion over at the Lions Group. Yeah, right? If you know what I'm saying. A third topic, Vail Comedy Show returns in March with Adam Mamawala. We're looking at a picture of him as my guess. Vail Comedy Show returns in March, but Adam is the headliner. And if you want to learn more about the Vail Comedy Show, they have a bunch of shows that's going on in various locations up and down the valley. There's a Q&A inside of this article today on page B3. Have you ever performed in the Vail Valley? They're asking Adam. Do you have a favorite Colorado comedy memory, if he's ever performed in Colorado before? Looking at the stanzas and the questions before it, what do you know about Vail Comedy Show? I'm going to ask you that question. Our chat feature is waiting for you right now on Facebook and Instagram. What do you know about Vail Comedy? Yeah, check that out. Our fourth topic, arts and entertainment. East Coast Deli style. Down in Edwards Riverwalk Plaza, you're going to find the Boardroom Market and Deli. They feature an Italian, a cold Italian, which I love. This thing is over a foot long. They cut it in half for you. You can order it in half. Featuring a cold Italian. What was interesting about this sandwich, it's named after one of the runs on Vail Mountain, Riva Ridge. If you want a cold Italian, go to the Boardroom and ask for it by name. Yeah, family owned over there. My buddy Brad Trumpauer and his parents run that spot. And that's the fourth topic in today's newspaper. Now I was thinking about bacon earlier. I'm thinking about the cold Italian. Ask for a Riva Ridge. Go to a place that has a cold Italian on their menu. If you like a cold Italian sandwich, and just ask for a Riva Ridge and see if they know what that means. It's kind of like being a bartender. When someone has like a drink that's only like a local name, or when you're on vacation, you ask for like a drink from the Caribbean that they only use down there. No one's going to know what you mean by Riva Ridge until we make it popular. And that's why it's in today's paper. A Riva Ridge. We're changing the name from cold Italian to Riva Ridge. All right. Let's go over to take a look at traffic. How's your commute for your Sunday fun day? Along I-70, I watch Channel 10, which is the local CDOT channel on Xfinity Comcast. And I see these very same cameras looking at traffic from Vail area all the way to I-70 in Georgetown, down in Denver, all the way to DIA, Denver International Airport, seeing what traffic is doing to let me know and let you know if we want to get out in traffic or not, or if it's best to stay a while and wait until traffic thins out. Officers Gulch, a little medium flow of traffic for the start of the morning, just after 8. Some semis going more, that looks like more eastbound. Medium traffic, cars going more westbound. Eastvale doing a little bit of the same, but there's some activity this morning. Looking at Vail Pass, east and westbound, shoulder and median snow, but the sun is out. Seeing that gorgeous shadow casting going on over there. Eisenhower Tunnel, eastbound, westbound, a little bit of movement there as well. Can you show me that again? Giving you a look at this traffic brought to you by the Grand Hyatt at Vail. That's where our studios are located. So for the start of your Sunday fun day, if you're trying to leave now, looks good. Looks good. But we didn't show you what Georgetown looks like. But all the way to the Eisenhower Tunnel, there's some movement. But you know what? Our friends respect us if we stay a while on this vacation. I know if you're vacation, we're in now. But you say, you know, let's not leave. Let's call the front desk and say, can we stay until tomorrow? I know it's a winter resort and it's, you know, a Sunday weekend into a Monday. Most of the time, someone's going to say yes. Stick around. Stay with us. Let's go and see what's going on in Beaver Creek with Charisse right now. Charisse, skier reporter, I love your colors. You got that beanie on, that jacket just pop a flash, got that fuzzy hoodie going on over there. If we were riding together, we've just met, and I'm like, I just met her. I hope I recognize her on the mountain. Those colors, I'm like, I'm following that jacket.
Follow the jacket. I mean, depends on the day. Most days you can follow this jacket. Some days I probably wouldn't follow this jacket.
Oh, so you have like a different season style, and you mix it up sometimes on the mountain. I tend to kind of mute myself on the mountain too because I'm a speed demon. You know, I probably shouldn't be riding as fast as I do where I am. You know, so I probably should not be telling on myself like this either. But what were you saying? I'll just follow you before I say too much.
Yeah. I was gonna ask how fast you think you're going, but maybe not. I don't want to perpetuate what you just said.
Well, on the mountain, front side, Vail and Beaver Creek, a teaching mountain, there are signs that tell you to slow down. But there are areas of the mountain, especially at Vail and the Back Bowls, where you can open it up a bit more, especially if it's not a crowded mountain. And so you can check your speed. I have an app on my phone. It's a what do they call that? It's called a speedometer. And I've clocked myself at 75, maybe 77 before miles per hour on terrain on the mountain before. And so some people are going that fast. And skiers could go faster if they're strong skiers out there. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most for me is probably around the 40, 50 area.
So you have a speedometer on your phone or your watch or something?
Yeah, I feel like through the Epic Mix, it can tell you too, but I do have some other apps that can track how fast you're going. And I just kind of use that with friends also. We kind of track how fast we're going out the mountain.
Isn't that something? A few years ago, there was an article about Vail Resorts leading the ski industry through technology. So yeah, we can look at the app and see how fast we're going. If we keep in touch with each other, like what's that app with the ghost on it? It's called Snapchat. Tell you where people are in the mountain. So the Epic Mix does that. The Epic Mix app. It could also tell you the wait times at different lifts, that sort of thing. But where you are, you're in front of the One Beaver Creek Plaza, that building that in front of you, and inside of there's the Chop House and the Sea Bar. Great places to kind of look at the mountain while people are doing what they're doing. If you're not skiing and boarding for the day, grabbing lunch, and to Opry. Where do you go to Opry?
Yeah, so if I'm in Beaver Creek, Vail's easy. In Beaver Creek, I like Chop House. I used to come here all the time. I don't know if they still have it, but they used to have a really good lobster mac and cheese, so I would come here. They also have really good spinach dip. So I come here, spinach artichoke dip. So I like their drinks here. I get Aperol Spritz a lot. So
yes, I love a good Aperol Spritz.
Yes, it makes me feel like I'm on vacation. And then you have Hooked, which is a seafood place. Sushi. They have full fish. I love that place. They also have really good drinks as well, kind of like craft cocktails. So I would say I kind of frequent those. And then if I just want like a beer, just to kind of pop in. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. So they have really good like enchiladas. Oh, Dusty Boo.
Oh,
Yes.
right there in Beaver Creek. I love Dusty
Yeah.
Boot. Das Boot.
Yeah.
That's what the locals in Beaver Creek they hang out. We used to call it that. Yeah, there's a name. There's like a short name for like all the popular places, even since the President Ford's era, hanging out at the Coyote Cafe in Beaver Creek. A local name for that, Coyote or Joti. You know, and so like you said, the Dusty Boot, Dust Boot. You know, and then there's hooks like you mentioned as far as places to go, and then right there in front of you, Powder 8, next to between the Chop House and in Beaver Creek and Park Hyatt. There's 8100 live music inside or outside, give or take the day. The live music is a part of Operate. Beers and shots.
Yeah.
And you ever get caught up in the live music scene when you do that, and all of a sudden somehow you're corralled and you're on stage singing with the band for one song? You ever do that?
It hasn't happened yet, but I think if I keep on this track, it might. It sounds like you have Ty. You want to tell us about that?
Well, I mean, I'm happy to. I'm one of those people, like the visitors. You know, if you get rallied because someone in your group is the singer, to Hotel California, do Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi with the band. They pull you up there, and you start singing. And you do that one song, and you were great. But then somewhere you think to yourself, I'm a part of the band, and you don't leave the stage, and you're still singing. Anyway, looking around the Valley Streets about other places to operate, in Beaver Creek today, looks like there's a band called Echo Monday that's performing up there following today's Talents Challenge on the plaza. If you want to go out there and sing a little bit and maybe end up on stage and we could use content tomorrow, of you being a part of the band. So Echo Monday following Talent Challenge, 3 p.m. They are a Roaring Fork Valley-based band. Their style, rock, alternative, and it's the after party for Talent Challenge that you'll find at Beaver Creek. Absolutely free. It's outdoors. It's Beaver Creek. You're walking around and you're hearing the music and you're thinking, oh, that's probably for them. No, it's for you. It's Beaver Creek, like the chocolate chip cookies. Jump on stage, sing with the band if you can. Do you have the singing chops, Sharice? Do you sing?
I can sing, but I won't say that you'll love it. I can sing. I think it's all relative. I might like
Sing,
this.
but
You
I
might
can
not
sing,
like
but you
it.
can't love it. Oh, that's funny.
But I can sing. I'm not going to say I'm the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see here. So speaking of singing and performances and all that, they're at the Villar. There's some performances near Beaver Creek at the Villar. But let's take a look at what's happening upcoming at the Villar. And what Anthony, let me see that again. There was a talent was called Bindlestiff.
At the
Oh,
Villar.
Family Circus. And what's your take on circus, really quick, Sharice?
Yeah, so it's been a while since I've been, like a few years, but when I was younger, probably like between the years of 8 and 12, my family would go every year. Like, it's just kind of what you do when you have kids and family, and it's fun. So I used to go a lot. I went in Michigan, and I went in pretty much every state that I lived in. So this is cool because it's coming right here to Vail, and it's going to be in town, so it's like, I think I'm going to go.
Bindle Swift, whether you're a child when you enjoy the circus or as an adult and you have kids or your inner child, still loves the circus as an adult, the first thing that comes to mind when I think of it, Anthony, I don't know about you, circus music. Bunt, 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 let's check out a little bit of Bindle Swift right now. Can we do that? Do you have something about that? I got circus music on the brain this morning. It sounds like a Sunday Funday theme track. Ready to take a look? Let's take a look.
And if you don't mind, once I'm going to bend over in a second, you can just pull it right out.
Yeah, get tickets for the circus. You want to go, and you can. That was Bindle Swift that we were checking out, and the circus music, it can change the way your week goes. And which week is that happening? This week, on the 28th, Tuesday, the last day of February, and then March begins on Wednesday. And so get your tickets for that one. Giving you a look at the weather right now, brought to you by Vail Summit Orthopedic, and we're talking about. I'm seeing blue sky overhead right here above the Grand Hyatt at Vail. Sunshine's in the forecast for today. A mix of clouds in the forecast for today. Around the state of Colorado today, east northern Rocky, the plains, picking up clouds and sun. West of us, the clouds and sun. Temperatures at Grand Junction, the mid 40s to upper. The northern Rockies, like Steamboat, picking up the mid to upper 30s. Movement of clouds and sun for today. Yeah, are we talking about any major snow in the forecast for today? That's your question. And as we look at it right there, Vail and Beaver Creek, high temperatures, our current temperatures, the 20s already, the lower at Beaver Creek, the teens climbing into the 20s at Vail for today is where we are. But our highs today, by the time just before noon, we're going to hit the mid to upper 20s at Beaver Creek today by 11, mid to upper 20s as well over at Vail. And what's interesting about the weather locally is how they're not evenly distributed over at Vail or Beaver Creek. Temperature-wise, though it's still Eagle County, and even snow and precipitation chances, rain or snow-wise, how the mountains could vary. But it's been an amazing snow season thus far. And you're saying that we called almost an inch or half inch, Anthony, for which mountain? Do you remember? Yeah. Exactly. But midweek, we're looking at some significant snow to return again. Just like this past Wednesday, we're looking at that 3 to 5 inches potential for the week in total. We're looking for some big numbers, for the examination of, an inch possible tomorrow as well as Tuesday, 3 to 5 on our Wednesday window, but Thursday, Friday, and let's look at those snow totals for the week that they were talking about again. And it's such a big deal when it comes to snow this season. 13 when you do the math over there for Beaver Creek. Before Friday, it looks like Saturday an inch possible, but 6 possible for our snow accum Tuesday. What a big deal for the 28th of February. That would be a good way to wrap up the month. What do you think, Anthony, about that? And similar numbers for Vail. I know. This is so wild. And again, the weather is brought to you by Vail Summit Orthopedic. Let's go over to Sharice and get her opinion about snow and the slopes and the terrain. And I can't get it off my mind, but maybe because we see it all the time. It's all around us. The snow is there. But when we hit the slopes, like that crowd's about to do, going at the challenge back there, you take chair 6 up, drop down into Red Tail, and then you're in that region for the competition. But when it comes to hitting the snow, Sharice, are you a powder person? Are you a groomer's person? What's your approach to the mountain? What conditions do you like?
I think I feel like I prefer powder and groomers. Those are kind of my two go-tos. It's funny. I forget. I think we were in Breck last weekend, and I was like, I'm going to go around and hit all the places on my pass for the season, and it's the worst is when it looks like powder, and you get in it, and it's so crunchy. So sometimes you're like, is this powder or is this crunchy? So, I feel like I prefer groomers, and then obviously on a powder day, who doesn't love a powder day?
I don't know. Maybe we don't know those people. But looking at the crawl beneath the screen right there, here's what's groomed on Beaver Creek Mountain. Hay Meadow, which is the terrain behind Sharice that we're looking at for the viewers at home. Cinch as well. Barrel Stav. Gold Dust, which is a popular teaching terrain, groomed on Beaver Creek Mountain. Both Vail and Beaver Creek. Latigo, that's my favorite. I like to drop it to a nice blue run, upper Latigo. Sometimes I hit lower Latigo, but then that brings me back into Hay Meadow area, the teaching area, or I'll take Latigo upper and then hit Centennial Line. I call it the Hollywood Line because the chairlift is there. And so that's where you want to clean up your ski, your ride, your turn shape, because we're all watching. We're on the chairlift, our feet are dangling, and we're watching someone come through right down there. Or we're inside of the gondola, just kind of like checking out what the terrain seems like you're saying, reading the terrain by anyone else's performance while they're in it, or yourself so that we know how to approach it. All right, so what it sounds like to me, you're a powder person and a groomer person. How about a trees riding person? We're certainly in the season, if you're a strong tree rider, to get in those trees. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, so I like trees. I'm not the strongest, like I said, as far as snowboarding goes. I think it's my fourth season.
Oh.
But I typically would stay on groomers and powder. I do have some friends that like the trees. So over the years, I've gone through them.
Yeah.
So I think I'm getting better. I feel like progressing with the trees. And so if I'm ever like up here on like a solo run, or if I have a friend visiting, I'll kind of take them through the trees just so I can practice and so they can practice. Yeah.
Practice trees, the easiest would be like going through like an aspen glade, because they're more spread out and wide open sometimes. Like on Beaver Creek Mountain over towards like Arrowhead, you can find a nice practice run through some aspens. You were saying?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I think McCoy Park is pretty nice too. I know it's more kind of beginner park,
Nice call.
but if you're gonna, that's also really nice too because they're spread out. And so for me, not being that amazing at trees and still getting better, I like McCoy Park just kind of like a practice and get better. And then I'll typically go in trees that are a little bit tighter to kind of help as well. Do you like trees tie or? Yeah.
We can definitely talk about this all day, and tree riding is a lot of fun, especially when it's the time of season to get into the trees. And my years of being a snowboard instructor, one of the many things that we create as something to remember, or as a mnemonic when you're riding trees, is to focus on the opening, not the obstacle. So tree riding is that, and like you're saying, when you're developing your tree riding strength, and you're new to the sport, 4 years, go at a pace. You don't have to go fast like you're mobbing after something. Create your rhythm, read the terrain, and tree riding is a lot of fun. And but there's a lot of pros out there, like Therese was mentioning earlier about getting out on the mountain and being athletic, enjoying moguls or trees or something. But we could check in with Tess Johnson, who likes to start out with a little bit of coffee at Yeti's Grind before hitting the slopes. Let's check out Tess Johnson, UA Ski team member.
Hi, I'm Tess Johnson. I was born and raised in Vail, Colorado, and we're here at Yeti's Grind in Vail. I'm a US Ski Team member, World Cup skier on the FIS Freestyle Tour. I'm drinking a chocolate mint latte. Growing up in Vail was a really special experience. I think I am who I am because of this valley and the people in it, and I definitely wouldn't be where I am in the ski industry if I wasn't on skis at 2 years old in Beaver Creek. So I credit Vail and this entire community for where I am today. Every step of the way in my ski career and just in my life, I've felt the Vail community right next to me. When I made the Olympics in 2018, it was kind of a surprise. I was the underdog. My family definitely didn't buy plane tickets ahead of time. And when I made it, we had about 10 days for my family to figure out how to get there. And the entire community created a GoFundMe to raise money for my family to come all the way to South Korea and watch me compete. I really wouldn't be where I am, but also who I am without this community. I think when I say I'm from Vail, I just feel so much pride. So I started mogul skiing when I was 9 years old. My neighbors down the street were a part of the bump program here in Vail, and we skied Highline on Tier 9 10 times. It was 10 on 10. And I remember thinking it was just the most awesome thing of all time. I told my mom, I was like, I think bumps is kind of my calling, and she signed me up for bumps and jumps, and I never looked back. I think that first day on Tier 10 really started my passion for the sport, and I love going back there over Christmas and whenever I can to kind of reignite that passion and just remember why I do this sport. I think 2 accomplishments in my career stand out to me the most. The first one would be becoming an Olympian in 2018. That was always one of my biggest dreams in this sport, and to do it at 17 years old with my whole family there in Korea was just magical. And the second one would be my team's World in Deer Valley, Utah in 2021. My teammate Kai Owens and Hannah Soar and I swept the podium for the first time in history. And that was just unreal to do on home soil in front of our family and friends. To all be holding the American flag together on that podium was really so special. Words can't really describe how I felt in that moment. The advice I would give my younger self would be to remember why I ski. And I think that has helped me a ton in the tougher moments in my career. My passion for mogul skiing was born with friends on Vail Mountain, and I think all of that helps me get through some of the tougher times in which I get a little bit too wrapped up in the outcome and the results. And I think if I can remember why I do it a little bit more often, I'll be just fine. Once again, I'm Tess Johnson. This has been the Yeti's Grind Coffee Chat.
All right, that strong cup of coffee. You could use that this morning. And if you don't like a strong cup of coffee, then what is that called anyway? Just a cup of coffee. Do you dilute it down with some cream and sugar? Yeah, it was really cool to check in with a U.S. ski team member. But now let's check in with the weather, brought to you by Vail Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. And Anthony and I are talking off camera about many things. It's an opportunity to kind of, come up with an idea for our next block like this one. And he's tracking the weather. He's got a buddy out in LA saying, dude, it's coming in like just north of Los Angeles. Was it Big Bear? Is that the name of the mountain out there? I think that's what Big Bear. They're getting anything above 1,000 feet, you said? Anything above 1,000 feet in LA, that's what they have as far as elevation. Getting some significant snow here in Eagle County by Tuesday. Kind of developing the hype, but we can't stop. With the hype, because every week, right in this window of time, we've been getting these numbers, 3 to 5 inches possible. Amazing that we're looking at right there. And Eagle County, Vail, 8,150 feet above sea level. Vail proper, Vail Village, Beaver Creek, where Sharice is, 8,100 feet above sea level. And that's a 3-mile drive from the base of Avon. Snow's coming in. Those are the numbers for our Tuesday, Wednesday look. 3 to 5 inches possible. Let's go over to Sharice and see what's going on. And get your opinion, Sharice. Big snow coming in. Now, here's this is another one. And at the bottom of the screen where Sharice is and we're looking at Groomer Trail, that blue in those letters, those words, those are all of what's groomed on Beaver Creek Mountain today. Do you get out in the snow while it's snowing, or do you need to see and you wait for it to stop snowing to go into the slopes for the day? What's your take on that?
Yeah, so if I have my choice, I like to go while there's clear visibility. But of course, when you're out there, sometimes it just comes out of nowhere and it'll start getting windy and then you all of a sudden can't see. So, I'm pretty open. I mean, if I have my choice, I'm going to go while I can see. But if I'm out there and the wind starts coming and the snow, we just have to deal with it. And honestly, I think everyone kind of freezes up and they're like, oh no, please don't hit me. But surprisingly, I can see enough to not hit the person in front of me and, make sure I get off the mountain safely. So it's pretty fun. And I feel like it kind of increases your skills because you're like, cool, I'm seeing in low visibility and still getting down the mountain. So
You're spelling fun. You're spelling fun for me. Anyone who's ever been in it, it kind of tickles. Kind of like when a snowflake falls on your face, and it's like that tickles. That when you're out and you're skiing and boarding for the day and the snow's happening all around you, the visibility could change. But if you know where you are, then you're still within a safety window. And if you're an experienced skier, boarder on the mountain, you know how to ride responsibly. Safety is important, but it's bliss when you're out there. I love when I can look at the terrain. I can look when it's a flat light out, and I'm like, so I got to change my lens so I can have the visibility. A yellow lens for flat light, but if it's coming down out there, you think someone might say, "Oh, the weather's bad." No, the weather's good. Get out there. The conditions underfoot continues to change while you're riding out there, so it doesn't remain the same. Kind of like how the temperature of the day could change the condition of a groomed trail. It's just fun to be out there. I don't know. I love it all. So let's look back into a little bit about what's going on in the Opry world over at Vail. Where do you go to operate at Vail?
Yeah, so in Vail, you go to a lot of places. I mean, you have, if you're talking locals' favorite, you have the George. It's easy to get in, get out of there. So you have the George, you have Two Arrows, it's great. What else? You have, there's so many. Root Flowers, pretty good. Fall Line's pretty good. I mean, everywhere you go, El Segundo's good. I mean, pretty much any place you go into, you're gonna have a good time. Mountain Standard, they all have really good drinks, food, appetizers.
Have you ever been to Shakedown? I've even catered at Shakedown for a wedding before. So at Vail, top of Bridge Street, it's been there forever, this location. The stairs go beneath Bridge Street. You'll find a bar, you'll find the stage. And that's where a lot of famous people that hang out here go. They've been going for a long time. And where a lot of big names that we learn about, we start buying their records in the future, are born right there on the Shakedown stage at Vail.
Yeah, that Shakedown's awesome. They have really nice shows on Sundays. They used to have like a certain DJ coming on Sundays. So Bridge Street's great for live music. I agree. Yeah.
Michael Travis and Aaron Johnson taking the stage tonight at the Shakedown. This is an electronic musical duo. Shakedown on Vail, Bridge Street, top of Bridge Street, the city that never sleeps. And so if you're looking for something to do, 9 p.m. tonight. Snakes and Stars is the name of the band. And so we're going to play a clip of Snakes and Stars? Is that? Okay. But yeah, Shakedown is a hot spot over there. And a lot of good things to do. The music life, the opera life, the nightlife of music on Vail Bridge Street or in a world-class ski resort, it's a popular thing to do. What I find to be interesting, though, especially when you're visiting, is that the gear that you wore on the slopes for the early start of the morning, like the people behind you and yourself, and all of a sudden the sun went down, your skis and your board, they're somewhere, but you're still rocking that same outfit. It's 9 o'clock at night. You didn't make it back to the hotel to change. Do you get to go home and change after the slopes before you go out on the night on the town? Or do you think these works day and night?
I actually love when I see people and just, you can kind of imagine their day. So it's like, it's 9 p.m., I've already changed and everything. And then
You get to change, okay.
People still in their outfits. I think it's funny because I'm like, you haven't gone home yet.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of going home, go ahead, you were saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I change when I can. I live here, so I'll go home, change really quick, and come back out.
What I like about this, and looking at the time, Sharice, look at the time, 8:32. What I like about the day and night life is that, we wear our sunscreen on our faces when we go out during the day to protect our skin, and we don't get to go home and change, wash up, and head back out. We're still in the outfit. And when you go out on the town at night, that sunscreen with the club lights turns the different colors of your lip balm and your protective things into like a face under the lights. And our friends don't tell us that our sunscreens have us looking a little bit like a clown when we smear this stuff on under the black lights. You ever notice that, Anthony? Yeah, it's very true. Sharice, this was fun. It's time for you to go hit the slopes, me too, and those people behind you, they already have that idea. Let's do this again, huh? We should meet right here, me and you.
Yeah, great to meet you. Let's go snowboard.
Pleasure. And thank you for your reporting in Beaver Creek today, and thank you for watching Vail Valley Live. You can catch us every morning, 7:30 right here. And to catch what you missed, go over to Facebook and YouTube, and you can click the link and watch all of this all over again, and even see what we did 2 years ago on this day, or tomorrow. Hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. There you get a notification that the show is starting, and you can also watch it on Outside Television, Channel 17, Xfinity Comcast. But meanwhile, enjoy today.